Let me continue the same unit 12 periodic classification of elements. So in the last two video what we had discussed, that's early concepts of arrangements of elements. So the scientist Dobereiner and John Newlands Mendeleev, so they are arranged the periodic table according to their atomic masses. The second video, so that three scientists they have some limitation. So to overcome that limitation, in the second video we have seen the modern periodic table who had arranged by Moseley. So in that modern periodic table we have seen the block elements. So S, P, D and F block elements we have seen, and advantages of modern periodic table, then features of modern periodic table. So everything we have seen in that video. So what we are going to see in this video is the last lesson is metals, non-metals and metalloids properties, and also position of rare gases and hydrogen. Then the last topic is alloys. So let me see that objectives of this video. Objectives of this video: position of hydrogen in the periodic table, position of rare gases, metals, non-metals, metalloids, alloys, and the last topic is advantages of alloys. Position of hydrogen in the periodic table. Actually, hydrogen is the lightest and smallest element. The hydrogen is placed in the first element in the periodic table. So it is the simplest element. So but it behaves as a alkali metals. So if you are seeing the first group elements, topmost element is the hydrogen. So it behaves as a alkali metals as well as halogens. It have some properties. So in periodic table, that hydrogen is placed at the first topmost position. So let me see. Hydrogen can lose it only one electron to form a hydrogen ions like alkali metals. So hydrogen can contain only one electron, so it can lose its electron to form ions. Second, it can gain one electron to form hydride ions. So if hydrogen can lose means it form a hydrogen ions, it gain electrons means it form hydride ions like halogens. So that only hydrogens behaves as alkali metals as well as halogens. And third, alkali metals are solid while hydrogen is a gas. So hydrogen is placed in the alkali group, but alkali metals are all the alkali metals are solid, but hydrogen is a gas. Position of rare gases. So rare gases means that is helium, neon, argon, xenon, radon. So that is the last group, inert gases. Rare gases we also called it as an inert gases. So last 18th group elements we called it as an rare gases. That group elements it is placed at the separate position in the periodic table. So that is the 18th group elements. So helium, neon, argon, krypton, radon is the 18th group periodic table is noble gases or rare gases. They are completely filled electrons. So we called it as inert gases. They are monoatomic gases, do not react with other substance. Why these noble gases are not reacted with other substance? Because it does not lose or it does not gain any single electron from other elements, because it is completely filled in their subshells, and they are found in very small quantities. So it is not getting very easily. It is a rare gases, because in world these type of elements are found in very small quantities. So we called it as an rare gases. If you are seeing rare gases or inert gases versus noble gases differentiate, if you are seeing, you will definitely understand it. So that 18th group elements I have given here: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. If you are seeing that atomic number, it should be placed on the top of that element. So symbols are also mentioned. So that is the position of rare gases. So from the periodic table, that elements are classified as metals, non-metals and metalloids. Let me see the metals. So metals are hard, shiny, malleable, fusible and ductile with good electrical and thermal conductivity. So what is the meaning? Metals are hard, shiny, பளபளன்னு இருக்கும். Malleable means easily change into other shape. So if you are what we have to say, change into other shape means the metals are very easy to change into other shape, that is malleable. Ductile means it has to change into other product, like thin wire. The metals are changed into thin wire, thin plate, so other product. And metals are a good conductors of heat and electricity. So that is the first property of metal. Second one, except mercury, most of the metals are solid at room temperature. So mercury is a only one liquid metal. So mercury is a metal, but it is in the liquid form. So all other metals are in solid at room temperature, but mercury is liquid at room temperature. So alkali metals like lithium to francium from top to bottom, so that are called alkali metals. Alkaline earth metals, so alkali metals and alkaline earth metals, first two group metals are placed in the periodic table. So beryllium to radium are also metals. So transition metals from group 3b to 2a. Then p block metals. So in the p block metals, then p block, all the three types of metals, non-metals, metalloids also there. So from the p block elements, very few metals are there. So that are all metals. Non-metals. So non-metals is an element, but it does not have a characteristic of hardness, shiny, malleable, ductile. So these properties, these non-metals does not have all these properties, but this non-metal does not have the properties of metals. So all non-metals are arranged in the p block only. P block only, all the non-metals are arranged. So p block non-metals are carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, sodium, halogens, inert gases are p block non-metals. And if some pictures are given, let me see that non-metals are not hard and did not shine. It is sometimes it is in the powdered form or soft. So like that only the non-metals physical structure is there. Metalloids. So actually metalloids means both the properties of metals and non-metals. So metalloids elements contains the properties of both metals and non-metals. And example of boron, silicon. See, which is used, this boron silicon which is used in a semiconductors, which is used in that computer to create what is that chip. So metalloids are used as a semiconductors, and it is usually metalloids are shiny and brittle. So if you are seeing that pictures of some elements of metalloids, so metalloids is nothing but is boron, silicon. The brown shaded elements are metalloids. Here we are going to see the differences between metals, non-metals and metalloids. So metals metalloids and non-metals. Crystal solid, mostly all the metals is in the form of solid except mercury. Metalloids means crystalline or amorphous. Non-metals means easily vaporized substance. And the metals, they are not at all ready to share their electrons, but metalloids, they are ready to share electrons to other elements. So, and non-metals also ready to share electrons to other elements. And metals are conduct electricity and heat energy. Heat and electricity also, metals conduct electricity and heat energy. But metalloids, they conduct low electrical and thermal conductivity. But non-metals, they do not conduct electricity and heat. And metals are high density and it is useful for mechanical properties. But metalloids, it is moderate density, but it not useful in the mechanical properties. And non-metals, it's low density, it's not at all useful for the mechanical properties. And metals are forms basic oxides, but metalloids acidic oxides, and non-metals also acidic oxides. And some in metals, no compounds with hydrogen, but stable compounds with hydrogen to form metalloids, and stable compounds with hydrogen to form non-metals. So these are all the differences between metals, non-metals and metalloids. Last topic is alloys. So what is the definition of alloys? Alloys are the mixture of two or more metals and are formed by mixing molten metals thoroughly. Molten means melted. So alloys is nothing but is a mixture of two or more metals. So why we have to mix the two or more metals? See, gold is a pure form of one metal, but it is a very thin metal. So we had another one metal like copper. So if you alloyed with the copper, we have to make a good jewel. So rarely non-metals are also mixed with metals to produce. So rarely, very rarely, non-metals are also mixed with the metals to produce alloys. Mostly metals are combined with another metals. So brass is an alloy, but it has to be made from zinc and copper. Copper and zinc are two metals which has to make a new compound as brass. So we have seen that a percentage of metals combined to form a alloy. So we have seen, so why we have to make the alloy? To create, or which has to use to create or produce or manufacture a new product. So common types, steel, bronze, brass is a common types of alloys. Advantages of alloys. So what are the advantages when we make alloys? First advantage is do not get corroded. Corroded means rusted. So do not get corroded when we make alloys. Then they are harder and stronger than pure metals. So when we use the pure metals, but alloy metals are very harder and stronger. So example, gold is mixed with the copper, it is harder than pure gold. And they have less conductance than pure metals. Pure metals conduct electricity, but compared with the pure metals, alloys are the less conductance of heat and electricity. And some alloys have the lower melting point than pure metals. So if you are using alloys, it can contain lower melting point. And when metal is alloyed with mercury, it is amalgam. So that amalgam you are going to learn in 10th standard. So from this unit, periodic classification of elements, you have learned early concepts or arrangements of periodic classification, law of triads, law of octets, Mendeleev periodic law, and modern periodic table. From the modern periodic table, you learned the block of elements and advantages of modern periodic table, then features of modern periodic table. And finally, what we had learned, That is from the modern periodic table we had seen that properties of metals, non-metals and metalloids. Finally, the advantages of your alloys also we have seen. So students, hope you understood that topic. So revise or see that video 2-3 times, then only you are able to understand the meaning of this lesson or concept of this lesson. So read well. Thank you.